Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to bring you a flip through the pages of our new spelling program. So here we have traditional spelling. I would like to give you a flip through. So let's just start. I have in here my teacher manual, student book, supplemental workbook, and the practice sheet workbook. So I would like just to start with my teacher guide. Here I have the teacher guide, and something that I liked about this program is the fact that everything is pretty much done for me. I like the fact that it has a separate teacher manual, and I like that he has his student book with all the pages and sheets and practice that he needs to be doing with this program. So let's just start. I would like to show you first the contents. Here you have the contents, general lesson overview. You have the sample lesson, lesson 1 till lesson 34, and all that is covered within this book. So I hope you guys are able to see that. Here you have a general lesson overview. It's just showing you the per lesson prep. So it's just giving you some instructions and ideas for you to be able to implement the program. And it's giving you actually a sample of how the program is going to be working for each day. Here you have day 1, you are doing a teaching overview. You are doing the definitions of the words because it does include vocabulary. As well, you're doing word study questions, guided student work, and you have days 2 and 3 what you're going to be doing, which is reviewing and working with the flashcards. As well, you are going to be working with his student workbook. So you have as well day 4, which will go dictation, and the last day, which will be day 5, will be the final test, which is dictation as well. And this program works as you say, spell, and then you say. That's how this program pretty much works. But as well, I feel like it's included a little bit of the all about spelling. It's including a little bit of the spelling you see, kind of like method. And then it's including the traditional method of doing it, which is in here within this program. Here you have a sample lesson. It's giving you explicit instructions on how you're going to be doing each day, how you're going to be working or going to be able to be working within each day. So you have day 1, you're doing introducing the spelling words, isolate sounds and group words. So it's giving you the instructions in here of the phonetical sounds that you guys are going to be working with, or if you're going to be working with consonant blends and consonant teams. You have number 3, complete the day 1 activity. Number 4, complete the first page of lesson 10. Number 5, and then you have day 2, which is review spelling words again. Number 2, complete the day 2 activity, which is an activity that is always included within the program for that day in a specific, and I can show you that here with his student book. So you will be looking at, let me just show you one lesson. Let's see. Lesson 7 here. You have the first day here, and then you know, and your kid will know because it has day 1 here written in here, and they have the space for everything that they're going to be doing for that day. Then you have day 2, the space here. In this case, they are doing scrambled words, and the things that they need to be doing is always changing, and colorful letters, which is the part where they are chunking the letters. You have day 3, day 4 dictation, and then you have day 5, which will be the test, and you have a sheet at the end of the book, and it'll be on my book actually. I will show you that eventually, but just to let you guys know a little bit. So you have day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5, where you say the say, spell, say words together as a group. Then you're going to be administered the test. So that's how the program is working. Now, when you come to here to the lesson, you have a preview of what they're going to be looking at in their work test. But as well, you have a set of instructions in here, and it's a little bit complicated because it's different from other programs, because you have day one here kind of like goes this way, continues this way, then you're working through these, and then this is day one here. It ends up here where they have the activity for day one. So you have the instructions for the phonetical sounds, you have the CBC works, the consonant teams, and all those phonograms and sounds that they're going to be working within this lesson. Then you have day one, which is giving you how you're going to be teaching the lesson. So it's a teaching overview, so it's just giving you an idea on what you guys are going to be working. It's telling you as well, if you are using the phonics flashcards, the cards that you're going to be using, and it's giving you the numbers, so you're able to find them very easy when you're working with the flashcards. And let me just show you that. So these are the flashcards, and I have them in this container because they are pretty big and heavy, but you can see that it has the number here in this corner. It's just giving them a picture or illustration, and they have the words on the back if you want just to show this side, and they can tell you some of the words that go with that phonetical sound, or you can just show them the words as well. They are divided, so it just comes with instructions on how you're going to be setting these cards as well. They are divided by, if you notice in here, and it's giving you instructions on the organizations for the cards on the back. It has as well side words for you to be able to review with your kid. And let me just give you an example of that. So just like that, side words that you're going to be working within this program. And that's it for the phonics cards. I decided not to go with a classical phonics, and I will be talking about that later. But you have as well a classical phonics book, and I will leave a picture somewhere around in here. I just purchased the basic packet, and that is the reason why I don't have that book, because we were not needing anything else besides the spelling program. So you have day one here, and it's just giving you here a look of the page that they're going to be working with their book. And you have day two here. So day two will take this part, which is what you're looking from their book, and starts here and continues on the back. And then you have day three and day four. So this will be day three here. Then you have day four here. And then you have day five, which will be the final test around here. So it's a little bit confusing at the beginning, but you get the groove really fast, and it's easy to do after that. What you do when it comes to the say, spell, and say is that I create these cards where he can see the sounds, and it has the micron and the briefs, and it's just giving them an idea on how they're going to be chunking the words as well. So he just say the word, then he spell it, then he say it again. And sometimes I have him just actually tell me the sounds of each letter as well for the words that we are studying. And it has the definitions in here as I explained before. But if you go to the back of the book, which is really good, you are going to see in your teacher guide a dictionary, which is very helpful. You're going to see, so you have the words in here that they are going to be studying if you want them in a list for them to review. And you have the appendix. The appendix contains the spelling test form, the spelling review games, spelling rules references cheats, common English contractions, phonics overview for the teacher, and colorful letters key. And best of all, it's all down for me, so I just have to make a copy of this page when he's going to have his test, and voila, it's all ready. So I will add the amount that he did correct for the spelling words and the dictation sentence that he will have as well. The spelling games, suggestions for games, spelling rules, reference sheets, and common English contractions. And I suggest you to do a copy of these and probably have it for your child. I think this is actually very helpful. And I like that it's pretty big and it has a good print. And I think it will be helpful for your kid to have this information as well, I think. So we just continue here. It just talks about the adjectives. So that's how it's looking. Contractions, phonics overview for the teacher. So you have some sounds, symbols, consonant sounds, and the phonograms that spell them. You have as well vowel sounds and the phonograms that spell them, phonograms and their sounds. More information in here. Syllabication, spelling rules, and in here those colorful letters key. And that is how I am using these. I just write these in here and then have him practicing the words that he's going to be doing for that week, for that certain day. So now I would like to show you his book really quick. So you have in here his student workbook. So if you notice the table of contents, then you have lesson 1. It always gives them the phonics focus for them to know what they're going to be doing, as well the space for them to be writing. You can see in here one of his works already. So he marked the sounds and then in the consonant, whatever it was asking him to do for this part of the lesson. And they have the words in here, not only in manuscript, but in cursive. And that is the reason why I decided as well not to purchase or have him doing a separate cursive program as well as manuscript, because he was practicing already within this book. And you can see day 1 here, day 2, pass the page, day 3. This is what they are going to be doing. Lesson 1, day 3. Lesson 1, day 4. So it match your teacher guide. And this is how it works. So what I do is that I have him, let me just give you a lesson. I have him work with me. I just start by introducing the lesson. I read this paragraph that is in here, just to prepare me for the lesson. Then I just go through these with him and I start looking for the flashcards. As well, I write these words in the dry erase board and I have him with his book closed and I go through these definitions and then I ask him these questions, which is which 4 words have a short A, and he will just answer, and which word has a short E, and he will just give me that answer, and I go through that. Then I review the say, spell, say word, and then I will just go through the phonics cards and just introducing the sounds. And that's how I've been working with it. Sometimes I follow exactly what is suggested here for the days, and sometimes I just go my flow as long as I do pretty much what is stated in the program, but my own way. Here he will go for the first lesson. So first day will be all of these, correct? And the activity that I will be doing in the dry erase board for him. And then he will go for lesson 2, day 2, sorry. And day 2 starts here with this activity. And they actually go through this for day 2 as well, right there. Okay, and then he will be doing day 3. So let me just show you day 3. And day 3 is one of his favorite days because he don't have that much to do. He just have to read this passage, and then he has the vocabulary words that he's going to be working with, the spelling words that he's going to be working. He will just answer these, fill in the blanks, and then he will have an activity, and that's all for day 3. Then we have dictation for day 4. So this will be the dictation, the sounds. right here. That's it. And then he will have day 5, which is the final test, which I already explained to you guys that on the teacher guide. Let me see it here. You have the page for the dictation. So you just make a copy and you will be able to just give that dictation to your kid. That's how simple it is. I've been working very well with my kid with this program and I like it. Sometimes we do the supplemental workbook and sometimes don't. So far we've been doing it pretty consistently. I just have him choose one of the days, and this day I have him doing both. But then after that, you can see that I start making him choose which one he wanted to do, just to make sure that he's understanding everything. And after that, what I am going to do is I am going to, at the end, when we finish completing the program, I will have him just doing this as part of a test. Here you have the practice sheets. And you have here the words that he's been working with. So you have those words here. Let me show you a blank page. So here you have them in manuscript, and then you have them halfway of the book in cursive. So they will be practicing their cursive as well. So I like that. Sometimes what I do is, if you notice, because it has part cursive and part manuscript, sometimes what I do is I have him do half of them cursive and half of them in manuscript, and probably I will do the same thing with the cursive. I am not quite sure how I will continue with that, but so far it's working very well and he enjoys that. So we do as well, what I do is that I have him do one side first, and then after a while I will have him do the other side, just as a practice and to make sure that he's retaining the information. So that is a quick explanation of our Memoria Press spelling program. So far working very well. He's been enjoying it and I've been enjoying it as well. I like the fact that it has everything in here for me so far. So I hope you guys enjoy this flip through the pages. If you did, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye bye.